always positively affected because of the children's, their joy. You know, in Kenya, when I went, we took T-shirts and that I bought in El Salvador, and the children were so excited to have the T-shirts. And I went back to El Salvador just 2 weeks ago, and there were kids there wearing the T-shirts. They keep the T-shirts. But the positive thing is that they're always happy, whether I have something for them or not. They are happy to see me because they just are happy that somebody cares enough about them to come. Whether you have something that fits them or not, if you just give them a sucker or a piece of candy or a little car or a toy or a balloon, and you just hug them and hold them, that they're happy about that. That also causes pain because when I was in El Salvador, just like when I was in Kenya, every country I go to, I'm affected by one child. I come home with the memory of one child. In El Salvador in 2009, we were allowed to go into the prison to see deportees from the United States. At that time, the U.S. wasn't deporting as many people as they are now, but they were deporting. And they deported this young man that I had met here in the States. And when I went there, the person that he connected with, I knew her. She's the missionary that I connect with. That's how God does it. He connects you like that. So we got to go to the prison to see him. We didn't need no ID, nothing. They just let us in. But I met a little boy. He was about 5 or 6 years old. He could have been my child, literally. He looked that much like me. I didn't have a camera or anything, so I couldn't take his picture. But he was 5 years old, about 5 or 6 years old. He did not speak English. All of his teeth were kind of rotted out. And he had on some flip-flops, not the between the toe, the cross kind. One was whole, and one had only half of the shoe. And he had the distended stomach. And his pants were too small. His shirt was too small. And he had to use the restroom. So we pointed him to a corner. And whoever he was with, they had left him with a plate of food. And he was trying to eat the plate of food. We didn't have no money. I think we had $1 or something. He was going to buy a drink. So we gave him our dollars. And he said to the interpreter that he had always prayed to God for 100 pennies. And so we told him, you now have 200 pennies. And was nothing else we could do for him but pray for him. And then they told us we could go up. But I always think about that little boy, and I look up at the stars at night. And I know that somewhere in the world, he is looking up at the same stars that I look up at. And that affects me a lot. And then I met some little boys in Kenya. And every day we went past the store so I could buy my bottle of water. And it was some little boys there. They were there every day. And I had peppermints, the stick peppermints that you get at Christmas time in the plastic bag. No wrapping, just the peppermint. So I gave them a peppermint. And they was there every day. They were dirty. They had on little old sweaters. So every day we would come, they would ask for sweets. Does the lady have sweets? So I would give them sweets. I would give them to the guy, one of the guys, because you have people that keep you safe. So I would, give them a candy. And so the last day I had gave out all the toys. I didn't have any candy or anything. I just had some coins. And so they asked for sweets, and I said, I don't have any more. And I asked the guy, and I have their pictures on my camera, on my video camera at home. I asked the guy if they would let me take their picture. And can I use your bottle? It's a little big, but I'm gonna see if I can do this. So I asked if I could take their pictures. And so I didn't see the bottle. But it's not this big. Okay. So I asked if I could take their picture, and they stood up for me to take their picture. And I took more than one. By the time I got to the third picture, the little boy had took the bottle out of his pocket did like that. And I have that picture. He may have been 10. But they stood out there. They were there every day. I watched the men at the store chase them away. I watched people spit at them. I watched somebody throw a bottle of water on them. I watched a lot of things happen to those little kids. It was 2 of them. They was about 9 and 10. And that affected me. It affected me negatively because nobody cared for them.